Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review episode 441. We're discussing 3 episodes of ToQger, not 2 this time. Episodes 33 and 35 of the series. 33 and 34 feature Madame Noir monsters. Baron Nero has no more shadow monsters. 32 was the last time he sent officially any more shadow monsters. Now, throughout the remainder of Madame Noir's appearances, I would say all but because she... Let's see, of remaining 9 episodes she appears in, all but 2 episodes, all but 3 out of the 9 main appearances, she actually ends a monster. Yes. So in the case of the first one, it's like, okay, so they arrive in a town, and all of a sudden Karate Kids, people, the karate students beating up the ToQgers. And it turns out their sensei, like a mysterious old man, and it turns out the Syringe Shadow has taken over town and trying to poison people to get their darkness. Okay, wouldn't that kill them? So then, of course, they're tricked to take out the morph, and then basically their morpher is removed to because these little wristwatches have poison injected in their bodies. So then they work with this old man. Oh yeah, it also turns out that Wright's grandfather was basically a karate sensei. Interesting. And apparently that Taki, the one who I think is the Green Ranger, I think it is, he actually was jealous of the fact that he was apparently a student, despite the fact that apparently that Wright basically started before he did. Apparently he basically was a little better, despite the fact Wright was actually longer. Apparently going to Wright, he hated practicing karate. So then of course Wright and Taki basically, along with the what looks like to be your sensei, go up, basically battle a bunch of crows, battle them so easily, and it gets out for, I think they beat him. Nope, he gets away. But then it turns out basically that the old man traveled with him was in fact the Shadow Switch all along. Interesting. And Takashi figures out by holding his hand, because he does not have the hands of a sensei. And they smash this thing. He goes giant size. Boom, defeated. Next episode is not one of my favorites. It is basically like, oh, let's Billy a monster, who apparently is a very dependable monster, guy with darkness. He does got some darkness. Apparently he turns people into... it's like he plays pool with people as the balls. And his weapon is basically a pool cue. Now that is interesting. Basically, it makes him the first character in Sentai to have pool cue as a weapon since the Wolf Ranger from Gao Ranger. Except it's a one-shot monster and not basically not Ranger. I do gotta admit that's actually a really smart idea for a weapon for them to use. Though this indirectly does spill into a very bad romance plot. It's like, oh, because basically Yellow saved this one guy wearing his pink suit, which I looked up. Apparently the guy had appearances before in an episode of ToQger when they went to Adventure School. That was like late in the series. I think it was run by the Ninja Girl. Yeah, basically the ninja group that's part of that one of those 4 factions. Yeah, she ran an Adventure School. And he guest starred there, and he appears here, and then he disappears never again. Sadly. And the whole thing is like, Kira has posed as her boyfriend. It just... Blue is like... Gets so angry because basically Billy caused all this. So then, of course, he gets angry, takes the hyper thing for himself, beats the crap out of the monster, takes the actual Zord, the hyper Zord, and destroys the monster. After this, the thing is not returned again for a few episodes, because the very next episode is a very heavily plot-driven episode. So after an okay episode, now, I would say 33 was sort of a development on Red and Green. 34 was basically just about a romance plot episode. 35 is interesting. So the Emperor is going a little bit crazy because basically he can't absorb Miss Greta's shininess. So then he proceeds to have the force of the Shadow Line storm and hijack the Hyper Terminal run by the Rainbow Corporation. Yes, and we see Return of the Rainbow Line president. first time since episode 32 of the series. You're like, that's interesting. Yeah. And of course, also this episode we get a chance to see now, the Ravenline presence was his third ever appearance in the series. He does next appear again in the team movie with ToQger, but in the main series, he is not seen again to episode 4, so like basically getting toward the very end, episode 44. So we have a little while, which is fine. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. Yeah, so they hijacked Terminal. He managed to get away thanks to slipping through an area of the terminal that's not taken by the darkness. You think about this, but like, oh, maybe they, it's in the series, somebody seizing a base that's used by the Super Sentai Rangers. Not really, it's just a standalone episode. So, they had to get back the drill piece that was stolen by Schwartz a while ago. Like, those that are thinking about the drill bit, like... The drill itself was last seen in... Here we go. Okay, so it was stolen by Schwartz. Those of you thinking, like, when did Schwartz steal the drill? It's been a while. He stole it in episode, I think it was 28. So actually, no. He actually has had it since episode 29. Which is interesting. And this is episode 35. So he only held onto the drill for about 6 episodes, and they get it back. And the reason why, because according to the Rainbow Line president, who actually comes on the train for this episode, and the Rangers actually meet him, kind of like the benefactor, is like, he has a bunny. He's a bunny. And it's like, oh, he's a rabbit, of course. So they have to combine the 13 trains with the higher space terminal to get it back. After some fighting with basically Madame Noir, Baron Nero, Malaka's Mike, and the Emperor, eventually they're able to basically get them all out of there. And like, oh, they basically just have things stand up. Nope, it's basically humongous new mech. The Rainbow... ToQger Rainbow, which basically is all of the trains they have, including the Hyperzord, and proceed to destroy Dark Laners. And this first episode, in a little bit, there's been no monsters. Like, that's interesting. Yes. But don't worry, Madame Noir has monsters next episode, but these are excellent episodes. I would say, of the 3, I actually like 33. I love 35. The only episode I was not a fan of was 34. I was not a fan of this episode at all. I think it's one of the more... It's not that good of an episode at all. I don't mind romance, but This feels like, oh, because this guy gets saved by a ranger, that gives him the right to stalk the Yellow Ranger and be very creepy. There's that. So that's pretty much it. Particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next, I have a comic corner, and I'm going to leave for a little while. I'm going down to Tampa to drop some books off. And I should be back later on, okay? Next bit.